Board.
Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
Standing over his second shot. Okay, that'll work. This putt is about 15 feet to the hole. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This looks like it's going to go left.
That putt seemed to lack the speed it needed. And a sight we're used to seeing a lot, Xander Schauffele in top spot. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par three, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par three.
And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. Oh dear, this next putt now for double bogey. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par fives on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Well, it's fair to say that Max Homa is filled with confidence these days, isn't he? And it just seems like he's going to keep adding title after title to his resume.
Yeah, what can you say more about Max? I mean, his game has just continually to evolve year in and year out. And it just seems like with every step that he takes, it's gargantuan for his confidence, because he's just a tour-bred winner.
That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface. 3 over for the day. That was a gallant attempt. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Okay, he's holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, and unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. Three over for the day.
That away, come on.
And that brings to an end that hole. And as we move along, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Lydia Ko as she gets set for her next shot here on the 14th.
12 feet to the cup coming up. Here we are with a chance to get the first birdie of the day. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
This one should move just a touch to the right.
That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. He has this putt to save his par. That putt ends up just short of the hole. And that's all she wrote.
From long range, nearly gets it to fall.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. And as we take a look at the leaderboard, it's Xander Schauffele in first place. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
This next putt is for bogey. Alrighty, Rich, this is crunch time. We're through 9 holes today, and this player's on the wrong side of the cut line.
Luke, sitting just below the cut line, they cannot afford any more mistakes. Birdies and pars are in order. Pretty good shot there.
And now we head to the 17th, and this happened just a moment ago.
Oh, look at how soft and subtle those hands are.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole. A big, swinging, sweeping left to righter. Started beautifully.
Okay, let's head to the next. Sitting at 7 over for the day. He's setting up for his second shot. Good shot there, Beamer. That's a little untidy. Okay, step one complete, out of the bunker. Now let's go make a putt. John, have you got a good read on this one?
Well, this one looks straight enough at the beginning, and it should take a turn to the right towards the hole.
And down it goes. Let's head to the next. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Well, doesn't take a genius to know that this is not a good place to be. Going with the 8-iron here. This one doesn't look like it's hit with full intent. This would be a great up and down. Coming up from the bunker. And on the green now, but a bit of work left to do. This putt is about 19 feet in distance. Put a good stroke on this one. They're going to like the look of this one. That's in the circle of friendship. And finishing this hole with a little tap in, Xander Schauffele currently on top of this one. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
That always looked wet, didn't it? Found the deep rough. This will take a big hack to get out here. Well, it looks like it's too much club on this one. From the sand, looking to get up and down. That was wonderfully done. It's just about 3 feet away. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
That makes its way to the first cut.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
That one is up, but not close enough to the hole. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, guys, he's got 28 feet here.
Ooh. Yeah, that's never nice. Putting it off the surface, that hurts. Oh, well played.
Nice little pitch shot. Wonderful touch. Gets it to go. Mark me down for a 3. Thank you.
Xander Schauffele is leading as we move on to the next hole. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
This would be a great up and down. Putting for a par here. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
This one should go up the hill and to the right.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Let's keep those doubles off the card.
Yeah, well hold. Let's move on to the next. And that sees him drop down the standings a little bit. The 16th hole, right in the middle of the snake pit here at the Copperhead course. Par 4 measuring over 450 yards.
There's some trees over on the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really small green. A high, soft shot is required to hold this green.
That one's into the drink, folks, I'm sorry to say. All this rough looks to be lush and thick, doesn't it? This one looks like it's going left. That got a little out of control, I think.
Hard to control the distance when you're coming out of the rough.
Sixth shot coming up. Well, that'll work there. This putt coming up is for triple bogey. That's disappointing. 3 feet to go here to the hole. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And it's Xander Schauffele in top spot as we move to the next. That wasn't full of courage, that shot.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
This is Justin Thomas. 5 shots off the lead. And back to the course with the live action. Setting this putt up from a mile away. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one. This is testing. A big right to left slope.
Well, I don't mind this par putt. This is a lengthy putt here. This next putt for double bogey. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Around 42 feet from the center of the hole.
Oh, that one just missed the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. We've made our way to the final tee here of Innisbrook's Copperhead course, and Rich, no real reprieve.
Not at all. Tee shots have to favor the right-hand side, staying short of those bunkers down the right. The bunkers on the left will see a lot of action, and good luck getting it on the green from there. This green is probably one of the nastiest on the golf course, as it's got a severe tilt from back to front and left to right as well. This is truly one of the best par 4 finishing holes on the PGA Tour.
This putt was about 8 feet. And with that putt, concludes this players' round. Well, Rich, you never like to see it, a player missing the cut on the PGA Tour. How does one respond?
Luke, I've got great insight on that question. You kind of have to look back and think about the positive things you did to reinforce those. But every once in a while, you got to look back and say, where did I make the mistakes? Where did I go wrong? And learn from those. Because if you don't take time to learn from your mistakes, then what are you learning from? You have to look back and figure out where it went wrong so you don't make those same mistakes again the following week or the following tournament.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. Opening round coverage of this exciting event is about to begin. Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. It's great to have your company as always. Alongside me is Rich Beem, and out on the course is Henny Kuyak and John McCarthy, who'll be following all the action. And Beamer, I know we spend more time dwelling on the fun off the course this week in Vegas, but TPC Summerlin, you cannot take it lightly.
We're playing golf this week, Luke? Oh, that's right. That's what this thing is out here. Ah, Summerlin. Listen, you know, this is a fun golf course, and I like it too because it's in Las Vegas, and there is a little bit of risk and reward to this golf course. There is a little bit gambler's paradise. You know, you can reduce some of these holes down to nothing with good drives by taking them on, and you could also, you know, crap out if you hit the wrong shot at the wrong time. So I think that Summerlin is one of those golf courses when you get on a heater, when you get on a good roll, you can take it as low as anybody. But if those birdies aren't coming early and often, you just feel like you're getting run over.
Rich, the tee shot at the second requires a different shape to the one off the first.
Yeah, downhill par 4, just those bunkers down on the left-hand side there. Fairway does pitch from left to right, so if you can hit a little baby draw out there, that'd be perfect. Second shot, once again, it plays down the hill. Not much danger around this. Even those two bunkers there, they really shouldn't be in play.
And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup.
Always nice to hold those for a birdie. And that will take him now to 1 under for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
As we head to the third, Rich, take us through it.
Yeah, par 5 for the members, par 4, though, in this tournament. Tee shot out to the right-hand side, very generous area indeed. But the second shot, straight back up to the hill. You got to carry a canyon and a deep bunker fronting this green. This green is historically a little on the firm side as well, so getting it close with your second is nearly impossible.
Club up. I like this play. Some nice calculations there with this wind.
This one's for birdie. And that should secure the par on this one. He's currently T4 at the moment. Well, let's go back and have a look at the fourth hole. It's quite a big, long par 4.
Yes, down the hill, big bunker on the right-hand side. Those trees on the left also in play for wayward shots. Second shot plays downhill to a green with no bunkers on the left-hand side, but a massive false front over there that must be avoided.
Ooh, back there, Horsey. Lovely effort, that. This is what remains for third place on the leaderboard. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
He's got this for his part.
That's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert. Okay, let's head over to the first par 3 on the course, the 5th hole.
A challenging little par 3 down the hill, deep bunker on the right-hand side that could see a fair amount of action. When the pin's on the left, it's go time. Pin back right. Watch out.
A little off the mark on that approach shot.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, Luke. This is a surprise, missing this one.
Wonderfully played. This putt for par here. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Well, the 6th, the TPC Summerlin, isn't a long par 4, Rich, but it's a challenging one.
No bunkers on this hole, a unique feature. However, desert everywhere. Take out a fairway metal, maybe even low driver, chase it up the fairway. Second shot to a plateau style green. There's a little backstop at the back of this green that you can use when the pin is in the back portion of it.
Well played there, pin high.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Let's head to 7, and this one requires some accuracy off the tee.
Short par 4, dog leg from right to left. Just find the heart of the fairway on the right-hand side. Once you get to the dog leg, second shot plays uphill just a little bit. Green protected by bunkers both left and right.
Come on, get down. Nicely done. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
I've got it going left to right.
A chance for a birdie if this goes down. So close. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Well, the 8th hole is a par 3, but it measures in the 250-yard range.
Scary hole indeed. Canyons, desert, bunkers out to the right. You don't want any part of that. Out to the left-hand side, a little low area, but this green, big and flat, it can be handled.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard. Okay, John, what's he looking at with this putt?
About 27 feet from here.
No harm done. Nestled it up close.
It's just about 3 feet away. He currently shares 4th position. Well, the 9th at TPC Summerlin is one of the big scoring holes. Got to take advantage here.
Thread the needle off the tee. You got a bunker left and trees out to the right-hand side. From there, players that are going to go for it, they're going to find a bunker that is protecting the green on the short side and out to the right-hand side as well. If you find the green in 2, job well done.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Pretty sure that one's headed left. And here we are with the 3rd shot. 2 strokes off the lead. Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. And he's down there. You got to read.
An uphill left to righter.
Ooh. A 7-footer right here. Just 2 shots back after that hole. As we start the second 9, Rich, it's a challenging start.
It's a quiet, soft little tee shot here at the 10th, but don't let it fool you. That bunker on the left and those trees on the right, they see a fair amount of action. Second shot plays slightly downhill to a green that historically chases away from you. Be mindful of that. Put plenty of spin on that second shot.
Maybe needed a better club from the caddy. It's a bit strong, this. Players setting up, trying to get up and down from the bunker. Not bad. A bogey putt awaits. He finds himself tied for 6th. Well, the 11th is a strong par 4, isn't it?
It is. You have bunkers both left and right off the tee. A narrow landing area indeed. And the second shot is to a green that's hourglass in shape with a runoff area in the back that will bring bogeys and double bogeys into the equation.
That's nicely done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's got, I'd say roughly 120 here.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
Always good to lead the bounce back category. That's a good stat. And that puts him into the top 5 for the tournament. And that's a nice strike. This one should find the fairway. Sitting at 2 under par. Keep your fingers crossed for a bounce to the right. Yeah, a quality shot that.
Made birdie on the last. Looking for a second in a row here.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Oh, that was pure. 1 win so far this season. Looking for number 2 here today. Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, I've got it left to right and quick down this hill.
Let's come off the blade beautifully. Just a short putt remaining here. Just 1 off the lead after that hole. 14 requires some real precision off the tee.
It does. A little devilish par 3 downhill. It's got runoff areas behind the green that you want no part of. You got to play it smart here. Find the heart of the green. Give yourself a good look for 2.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
4 against the wind to stick that one.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
What a putt that was. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is one of my favourites, Rich. A drivable par 4.
The drivable par 4 all day long. If you miss it way left, though, you have some canyons that you may not like. But other than that, those bunkers that surround the green, all 5 of them are just fine. They're deep, but everything is uphill, and the green is usually soft enough to get the ball close no matter where the pin is located.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. How close was that to going down? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. He's currently in second place on the leaderboard. So we head over to 16, one of the shorter par fives and a terrific opportunity for the field.
Yeah, I got to say that this hole historically, it looks easy. It's short, it's a par 5, but there's something about that pond that makes players squirm. Find the fairway, generous area once again, but that second shot, once you land it on the green, that green is rock hard, and it will go chasing into the back bunkers, but don't get greedy. Never come up shy of this green. You'll be kicking yourself all day long.
Well struck. Rich, a great tee shot at 16 can really open up the hole, can't it?
It certainly can. Second shot, though, obviously dangerous with that water fronting the green. This green historically, Luke, is fairly firm, so getting it to stay on that green is nearly impossible. But don't be silly. Take enough club, carry the water, stay dry.
Time now for the fourth shot. Just one stroke off the lead. Oh, that was picked cleanly. This one's got plenty of legs.
No, that was really nice, especially from that lie.
John, have you got a read on this one?
It's looking like left to right putt on this one.
That gets the job done. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Well, 17 at TPC Summerlin has seen some great highlights. None better than Jonathan Bird.
A walk-off hole-in-one in the playoff. How about that? Water, water everywhere down the left-hand side to this elevated green right here. Most players are leery of it and bail out to the right side in those bunkers. And that green chases from right to left, so a delicate bunker shot would be required.
Oh, this looks brilliant. And this next putt here is for a double bogey. Currently 1 under for the event. Always love a strong two-shotter to finish any round of golf, and the 18th at TPC Summerlin is exactly that.
18 at Summerlin is a long hitter's dream. The further down the left-hand side you can go, carry that canyon, the shorter your second shot is. From there, you've got a green that is long, narrow, with water on the left-hand side. Distance control with your second shot is an absolute must.
Oh, that was a firm first bounce. But then whacks on the brakes, and look at this. What an outcome. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th, and a chance for birdie at the last. And the putt drops for birdie. And as this round winds down, he finishes in a tie for 5th. On behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time. Welcome everyone. It's time to get ready for the gripping season-long pursuit of the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's time for the final round. Let's head out onto the course. Luke Elvey here, delighted to have your company as we get into the action. Our leader is currently 4 under the card as we get underway here on 2K Sports.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Handy effort, that one. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. Well, Rich, that's ideal. A birdie to start the day.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
And that finds him in a share of second. Teeing off on the par 4 second now.
Get downhill, dog leg right, par 4. Got to avoid those bunkers on the left-hand side. Fairway does pitch from left to right, so the canyon on the right can see some action. And from there, your second shot is downhill to a green that sits a little bit from left to right and from back to front.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. And he's hit that inside the range.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And we've arrived now at the third to par 4.
Canyons over on the left-hand side must be avoided at all costs. Anything out to the right-hand side is just fine. Challenging second shot over the canyons, over a deep bunker fronting this green. Not much of a target once you do find the green, so anytime you find it in 2, you'll have a decent look at birdie.
Straight at it.
Yeah, that was a safe play. And he's down there. You got to read.
Gently does it. It's downhill, breaking off to the right-hand side here.
That's disappointing.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
He's currently just in second place. And now onto the par 4 fourth hole.
Downhill par 4 the entire way. Big bunker on the right-hand side. Could see a fair amount of action. Second shot, again, slightly downhill to a green on the left-hand side is one large false front. Got to be long with your second shot.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it. Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. It's on a good line. Oh, what a putt. And that will move him to 6 under par. Let's go to the par 3 fifth hole.
A little downhill par 3. Got a canyon fronting this green that shouldn't come into play, but that bunker front right, that could see a lot of action, especially when the pin is back right.
Going with the 5-iron here. Well, this would be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Good effort from there.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This one is for par.
Currently 5 under overall. The 6th is a par 4.
Premium on accuracy off the tee. No bunkers, but desert both left and right can be menacing. From there, the shot up the hill to a plateau green. It's got a little backstop there for shots that go long, but anything coming up short, that's not going to be good.
Well, what an outcome this is going to be. This is beautiful to watch.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Currently at 6 under par overall.
Gotta like it. Moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Oh, well done. Second shot here on the 7th. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And that will take him to 8 under. We've arrived now at the par 3/8.
Oh, this is a scary par 3. Long down the hill. Canyons right, bunkers right. Bailout areas over to the left-hand side. A little low area right there. A big green, but it's flat.
Quality shot, that one. Putting for birdie. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 16 feet from the cup.
And another one goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum. That tee shot looks pretty good. His second shot here. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Always like the aggressive play. Going forward in 2 and get rewarded for it.
And our man on the ground, John McCarthy, has been giving us some great reads all day. What's this one doing, mate?
Looks like this one's going left to right.
That's disappointing. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And as we make the turn, Rich, he's playing very nicely out in front.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
Atta boy, good shot. Second shot here on the 10th hole. Not a bad play, that one. Yeah, it's about 14 feet to the hole. You know what they say, never up, never in. And this one is for his par. Down she goes. Let's head to the next. Here we are at the 11th, a par 4.
This is a really strong driving hole, probably one of the more difficult ones on the golf course. Bunker left, bunker right, those both are on the player's mind. From there, a second shot to an hourglass-shaped green that's got a runoff in the back portion of it. That, a lot of times, catches players off guard, and that's when bogeys and doubles are made.
Oh, that will work for him.
Yeah, that one will play. 4 feet to the cup. And that's 8 birdies today. The 12th hole is a par 4.
Yeah, shortish par 4 downhill, but it plays much longer because you don't take driver off the tee normally. You want to take something less, hit it out to the right-hand side, just shy of that water. From there, a forced carry over that water to a green that tilts from left to right towards the water. Be smart here. Don't bring that water in play. Anything out to the left with that second shot is absolutely fine.
Trying to get to 11 under with this putt. just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
This looks to be a fairway seeker to me. Second shot here on the 13th.
Nicely done.
That's disappointing.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
Found the green side rough. Still, not a bad spot. Oh, that just brushed past the hole. This one for bogey.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
Asking for this one to break a big way back to the left. And this one will be for double bogey. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. This 14th hole is a par 3. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
Time to get the flat stick out now. Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
This is to save par.
Ooh. And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Welcome to the par 4 15th hole.
Trying to bounce back after that bogey at the last.
Unfortunately, that's going to end up in a tricky spot. Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole. This now, his third shot. He shares the lead.
Yeah, that'll work. That's fine.
Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. And the putt drops now at 8 under, heading down the stretch.
Hang on to your hat, folks. We're on for a wild ride.
This hole is a par 5.
Very reachable. Find the fairway. Then you have a decision to make. Can I carry this water, and with what club? When it lands on the green, it's firm. It's nasty. It'll probably go over the green. But don't try and be a hero. Try and find anything in the back portion, even in the bunker, is fine. Coming up short, that is obviously not very good.
Seems to have chosen the 3-wood. That's the common mistake, hitting it out to the left. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
I think this putt is moving just a little bit to the left.
Steady on. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Welcome to the par 3 17th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. Opting for the 4-iron here. Outstanding approach shot.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
This putt coming up is for birdie. And after that hole, our featured player leads by 1. And as we stand on the last tee, it's a par 4.
18 at Summerlin is a long hitter's dream. The further down the left-hand side you can go, carry that canyon, the shorter your second shot is. From there, you've got a green that is long, narrow, with water on the left-hand side. Distance control with your second shot is an absolute must.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Here's a putt to finish his round with the clubhouse lead.
Starting out to the right. Watch this one.
That's a nice looking putt. Judged it well, but a short one coming up.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
Confirmation has come in from the course. The rest of the players have completed their rounds, and that means our featured player has won this event. On behalf of Rich Beam, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. 2K Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're in the great state of Texas this week. Our first round coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Hello and welcome. It's great to have your company here on 2K Sports. I'm Luke Elvey. Alongside me is Rich Beam. And out on the course, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy. Let's get out to the action. We're thrilled to kick off this week's coverage on 2K Sports. Can't wait to see how this event plays out. John, you're down there. What's happening?
I'm over here on the 18th, and this is Tony Finau getting ready for his next shot.
Second shot here on the 5th. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of third spot. Nicely played. Moving on up the leaderboard now after that hole. As we move to the 6th hole, it's a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
Well, there he is, Rich, the lovable Tony Finau. He really is a fan favourite, and once again, he shows us why.
You know, what you don't see sometimes about Tony Finau is how intense of a competitor he truly is. You know, he might be all smiles out there on the golf course, walking around, looks like he's enjoying himself, which he is, but deep down, he wants to bury you. And not just bury you a little bit. He wants to take out that shovel and just keep on digging, baby. He is really one of these competitors out there that you don't see it, but you know that, oh, no, Tony Finau, I got to go up against that guy. Ooh, you know, and he smiles at you and ways, you know, but, yeah, no, he's a heck of a competitor.
Opting for the 3-wood. This is his second shot. Only a few shots off the pace. That should set up another chance. This putt right on 10 feet. A good one to make. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This one is breaking left to right.
Well, let's catch up with this play just a moment ago.
Absolute beauty here.
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. And it's a one-stroke par four for our over the field. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee. And after a par at the last, a chance to perhaps signal some intent. Oh, well played. You know, the Valero Texas Open is such a hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan, Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the cowboy boots for winning here. But TPC San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament, since its inception here at TPC San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you stand on any particular shot and feel like it's easy. Like you can breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on one or two holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right, and then stayed right, and then all added up to a 16. So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. That should find the cut stuff. Wow, what happened there? Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
This is a 12-footer here.
Just not enough gas. And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there. Always lovely to see a long-range bomb made. Let's recap it. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. And with that, he moves up to even par.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Birdies are good. Harness them. Block the bogeys. They're bad. And he's down there.
Setting up this shot from about 120.
Well, that's well judged. Hole high, right inside the range.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Par putt coming up here. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Why don't we catch up with what Lydia Ko's up to? Sitting at 1 over. Let's return to live play now. This is a fairly lengthy putt here. And he's down there. You got a read?
This one looks like it breaks hard left to right.
Oh, that one started on a pretty handy line. Head to your home. Yes.
What an amazing putt from way out.
And that will take him now to 1 under for the event.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Rich, this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
And back to the play, shall we? And this putt to move into 4th place on the leaderboard. A chance to make a birdie just slides by. We'll take a tap in any day for par. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. 13's a long par 3 measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
This is his second shot. 3 strokes off the lead. "19 feet to the cup." John, what's the line on this putt?
I think this putt's going left to right.
This one's come off the blade pretty nicely. Yeah, that's one of those putts you're happy to walk after. Did everything but go down. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. What do you think of the 14th, Richard? Par 5, 575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke. Tee shot wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot, must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
Stay in the air. Trying to get to 1 under here with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 29 feet from the cup.
He's going to like the look of this one. That'll be inside the circle of friendship. He's in a tie for 9th place at the moment. As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Scorecard filled with 3s never hurts. Good putt to make this. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big right to left break.
Right on 4 feet. Should make this one.
This is for par.
And as we look at the leaderboard, our player out in front is leading by 1. Looks to be going with the 6 iron. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot. Some work to do, however. He's got this to move into the top 5 here. Birdie putt was oh so close to dropping. Yeah, not much to sweat there. Now 4 back after that hole. The 17th is certainly a fun hole. The question really is, should players go for it or lay up?
Depending on where they put the tee box, Luke, most players should be going for this green. Anything just short and left could find that deep bunker fronting a green, but to be fair, that's not a bad miss. The one you want to avoid at all costs is the one on the right-hand side, because nobody, not even professionals, like a 60-yard bunker shot.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Seemed to lose the handle on that shot. Oh dear, that's on the beach. Ooh, that almost went down. And this next putt, it's for bogey. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
Rich, the finishing hole here at TPC San Antonio. Very famous for that creek meandering up through the last half of it. It's a great par 5.
Only the bravest of the brave will be going for this green in 2. Just a tee shot down the left-hand side and a layup, a difficult one at that, up the right-hand side. You must avoid the bunkers and the water with your second. Third shot, past the creek to a green that sits above you that has 3 distinct tiers on it. Getting it close here requires a deft touch.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
And this one to move into the top 10 on the leaderboard.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, just missing the birdie there. And that'll be all she wrote. Let's head to the clubhouse. So the opening round in the books, Rich. Impressed with your efforts here in the booth. Thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Always a pleasure to be alongside you, my friend.
Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. UK Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the exciting season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're bringing you all the action from the final round of the Valero Texas Open. Luke Elvey here alongside my booth mate Rich Beam. It's always great to have you with us. Our featured player begins the day inside the top 20. Will he make a move north? Well, that's a handy shot. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the player is firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
Wonderfully played, fought against the wind.
John, have you got a good read on this one?
This one's going left to right.
And that putt will end up short. Starting the round at even par.
Nice, solid opening hole right there.
Here's a look at the par 5 second.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
He's standing over his third shot. Mid-range putt coming up here from about 20 feet. Putting for a par now. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Stepping onto the par 3 third.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Uh-oh, this one's airmailing the green. So standing over this one from the second cut. Was on a good line. Good mid-range putt this one, an 18-footer. And there it is. And he's moving down to 5 over for the event.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard, never a good sign.
That's a good-looking shot there. This shot from around the 200-yard marker. This is a fairly lengthy putt here. A par putt awaits. And that puddle drop. Well done. Moving down the leaderboard after that hole. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively. That dog will hunt.
Second shot here on the 5th. That'll work there. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
5 feet coming up to the cup. Currently at 6 over par. The 6th is a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Just off the fairway in the first cut.
Looking great so far out the rough.
Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. And he's down there. You got to read.
This putt's going to come in from the left side.
And that's going to be a pretty good outcome, that one, in the circle of friendship. And that'll see him move up the leaderboard after that effort. As we move to the 7th, it's a par 3. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe take a step in the right direction here. A bit wild on approach there.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
That's on the green, but still a fair way away from the flag. And he needs this to save par. And that putt just was never hit hard enough. Currently at 7 over par. And there's always the sense of a birdie in the air when we stride onto a par 5 tee. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. Second shot here on the 8th. So might need to sit. Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make. This is a lengthy putt here. That's a good looking putt, that. And this one is for bogey. Job done. Let's head to the next.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively. Pretty good shot there.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
Yeah, this one, it's long range. 220 big yards.
Going with a 3-wood here. That's some good golf right there. 8 feet to the cup. He's aiming for his first birdie of the day. That one not quite reaching to the hole there. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Let's see what happens here at the 10th hole.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That's well played, pin high. That's the mark of a ball striker. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Ooh, little downhill left to righter here.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right,
but it'll be an easy par.
Hole number 11 is a par 4.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
Trying to save par here.
And this is becoming a familiar sight. Colin Morikawa leads. Welcome to the par 4 12th hole. Tee shot is looking good here. Standing over his second shot. Going with the 8-iron here. Found the green side rough. If he makes this, he'll save his par.
Starting it way outside the hole.
In she goes. Let's head to the next. Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole. Well, 13th. That's unlucky for some, Rich. Going with the 4-iron here. That was a bit of a miscue.
Tried to draw that one in there. Luke just missed the mark.
Oh, John's been down there calling all the action. We'll have a good read on the lie here.
Ball really burrowed into this bunker. They're going to need to be quite careful as they exit this beach, guys.
And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Time for the second shot at the 14th. Great shot. An opportunity for a birdie here. So close. Yep, well done. As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. Second shot here on the 15th.
Might not have enough out of the rough on this one.
Found the green side bunker. Looking for an up and down here. That's in the sand. Here's a chance to get up and down from the green side bunker. Oh, that one almost went in the cup. And from the green side rough here. Oh, I thought that one was going in. And this one's for quadruple bogey. Our leader is Colin Morikawa as we head to the next. Welcome to the 16th hole, the par 3. Looks to be going with the 4-iron. Outstanding shot. High quality.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Ooh. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. Colin Morikawa currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard. On the tee now, the par 4 17th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
They caught the bunker, Henny. Is that lie okay?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
This would be a great up and down. Is this one going to go down? And that should secure the par on this one. Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. That's tidy. Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. John, have you got a read on this one?
This one starts moving out to the right, and I think it will come back to the left. Should be interesting.
Oh, that's a good line.
Getting better.
Oh, painfully close. And his round will conclude with a par today. Well, unfortunately, not able to secure back-to-back victories here, but you've got to be impressed with the performance overall.
Look, it's unfortunate, but these things happen. You put yourself in contention for the second week in a row, a victory last week, not getting it this week, collapsing down the stretch. But to put himself in position to win again, I thought that was a fantastic effort by the player.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvy, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
Two-K Sports and the PGA Tour are thrilled to bring you the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Round 1 of the Legends Championship is about to begin. Welcome, everyone. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvy. Henny Koyak is walking with the feature group today, and John McCarthy is on the course as well. We've got a great day on tap. These players are excited to try and go low and race up that leaderboard. It's all coming up next here on 2K Sports. Let's get down to the first hole. I like that one. Second shot here on the first. All right, we can work with that. A long putt remains. Henny, how tricky is this one?
You gotta love a downhill left-righter.
And that's a pretty good putt from that distance. Here's a look at the updated leaderboard. Our featured player in a tie for 4th place. The second at Lone Grove.
Sweeping dogleg from right to left. Downhill with your second shot to a green that has a massive false front on the right-hand side. Do not come up short. Long and left is the best bailout area.
Okay, we've got about a 240-yard shot here. Wow, that one was just a little bit off. Okay, green side, and the goal now is to get up and down. "16 feet to the cup." Ooh, that was close. He's got this one for a bogey. That putt goes in. Time to make a move. The third hole is a par 3.
Downhill ever so slightly to a large green that runs from front to back right. Do not come up short or to the left. Water could be found.
The club choice is a 6-iron. Let's check in with John. He's got more.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Tiger Woods as he gets set for his next shot here on the 9th.
Looking to get up and down from here. On the green, but a long way away from the cup. Okay, Henny, give us a read here.
I've got no double breaker here. It's going to go left to begin with and then right.
That's not bad from there. 8 feet left to the cup.
This for a bogey.
And after that, he is moving down the leaderboard. The 4th hole at Lone Grove is a par 5.
Back uphill for your tee shot, but down the hill ever so slightly for your second shot. Plenty of room around this green, but in order to make birdie and or eagle, your short game must be spot on.
That's a tough one to swallow.
John, what's going on out there?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
Let's see what happens out of the first cut. Okay, that'll play. Henny is greenside.
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
So close to a birdie. Moving along. Here's a look at the leaderboard with Brian Harman leading the way by 1 shot.
Let's go to hole number 5, and it's a par 4.
Not a long par 4 here. The fairway cambers from left to right pretty steeply. Also chases away from you. Second shot slightly back up the hill. 3 bunkers behind it. Do not come up short of it, or CJ's Creek will be found.
Yeah, this is going to airmail the flag.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Ouch, that hurts. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
This putt, it's to save the par.
Just a short putt remaining here. Now 5 strokes behind. Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
Probably the most challenging tee shot on this course. CJ's Creek down the entire left-hand side. Second shot, should it find the fairway, pretty straightforward, as this green complex is devoid of any hazards.
playing from around 160 yards. 5 strokes behind our leader. Yeah, nicely played. 19 feet to the hole. And he's down there. You got a read?
This putt's going to break to the right.
Looking good.
Putting for par. The putt drops, and we're moving on.
The 7th is a par 3 with 3 greenside bunkers.
Long par 3 down the hill, but plenty of room to land your tee shot out to the left and have it camber onto the green.
Okay, greenside, a chance to get up and down. Needs this to drop to save par. Tremendous lag putt. 6 feet to the cup. After that hole, our featured player is sliding down the leaderboard. Let's go over to 8, a par 4.
Slight dog leg from right to left. Fairway contours from right to left, making this a little bit narrower than it actually is. Second shot to a green that sits above the player with a large runoff area to the right-hand side.
This is a 9-iron on the way. Bite, bite. This putt left for birdie. This one on a good line. Oh, almost.
Not a bad effort right there from long range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
The 9th hole is a short par 5.
Dog legs from left to right. Just avoid those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. Second shot straight back up the hill. Dotted with 3 bunkers, but what a great opportunity to make a birdie on this closing hole in the front 9.
All right, bold. I like this play.
I love the aggressive play and still a chance for birdie. Man, that was a good shot. This putt is from 18 feet away. No birdies on the scorecard today. Here's an opportunity to get one. And just to finish off the par. The 10th hole is a par 4.
A shortish par 4 in length, dog leg from right to left. No bunkers anywhere to be found on this green. However, the one big hazard is the green itself, undulating on every square inch of it.
We've got about 180 left to the hole. The club choice is a 6-iron. Yeah, nothing wrong with that shot right there. Hennie is right there.
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Wow. This putt from 5 feet away.
Who doesn't love a par putt?
He is moving up the leaderboard as we move on to the next hole.
Here we are in front of a par 3.
Long par 3 back up the hill. It's got bunkers front and to the left. This green runs diagonally from left to right. Really difficult to get your tee shot close with the pins on the left-hand side.
That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
And it drops for birdie. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 12th hole here at Lone Grove Golf Club, 543 yards, par 5.
Dog leg from right to left. Generous landing area, but that's when the big decision comes into play. Go for it or lay it up.
It looks like he's thinking about going for the green here. And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Absolutely. Love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
And that's a great putt for an eagle. I'm pretty sure this player will be full of confidence now after that eagle back at the last hole.
The dog leg from right to left. Big hitters are going to try and cut as much off of CJ's Creek as possible, leaving themselves with a very short wedge shot to a pretty inviting green, it must be said.
Yeah, that was great wind management there.
This remains for a share of 9th spot on the leaderboard. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. The 14th is a par 5.
Only the longest in the game are able to get it home in 2. You must find the fairway. Those that go for it, though, must be strategic in where they lay up, as this green has got a lot of movement to it and tough to get a chip shot close.
Lovely effort, that. And now this to move into a tie for 5th. Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is just going right the whole way along.
And finishing this hole with a tap-in putt.
4 holes to go at Lone Grove. Here's the 15th.
Long par 4 back down the hill. Fairway tilts from right to left. Second shot to a green that chases away from you. But be mindful that water in the back comes into play should any shots chase away from you.
Wow, another shot on the green. We've seen that a lot today.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
A chance here for par. Just an empty feeling when you hit an approach shot like that, Rich, but still come away with a par.
Okay, 1 extra club.
That's a really nice approach shot.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another. Check out this shot from long range.
Okay, time now to get back to live play. 5 feet to the cup. Let's update you on what's been going on. He is currently in a tie for 7th place. The 17th hole is a short par 4.
This brings all the excitement you could ever want in a major championship. A drivable par 4, massive green. You can find the green, but birdie is not guaranteed. Do you lay it up or do you go for it?
And that one won't find the green.
Gotta believe the wind affected the golf ball there.
This is his 4th. Just 2 strokes off the lead. Here's a bogey putt. Let's check in with Henny.
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
Ooh, what a putt. Here's a look at the way things stand, and he is in a tie for 9th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
This one appears to be fairway bound. Let's go down to Henny.
You're going to need 1 or 2 clubs more because this green is sitting up. Yeah, that was tricky with that wind. Great shot there.
And now a 6-footer is left. Okay, and that will do it for the day. Okay, Rich, first round is in the books, and our featured player looks pretty good out there.
Little work to do, there's no doubt about it, but still plenty of good golf to reflect on today with 3 days to go.
That will do it for our broadcast day. For all of us at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew. Two-K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is thrilled to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. It's time to see who will be the big winner at the Legends Championship. Andrew Catalon back with you. Thanks for joining us today. As our coverage begins, our featured player is sitting in 8th place and no doubt will be looking to close the gap on the field. This shot is about 170 yards. That's a great position to be in after that approach. He's got this putt for birdie. How did that not go in? 4 feet to the cup. Wow, you hit an approach shot like that and still come away with a par. That is a bummer. Teeing off on the par 4 second.
Dog leg from right to left. Second shot downhill. Don't be short or that false front will get you.
Let's go to our man John on the ground. There's something brewing down there. Let's find out what it is.
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Lydia Ko as she gets set here for her next shot on the 16th.
Rich, you look at Lydia Ko. If she's not a star already, she will be one day.
Well, she came on to the scene just in such a massive dynamic way. Had a little low time in her career, but right now back in the swing of things and looking sharp as ever.
This one needs to sit. That is going to work. Staring down a very long putt here. He could have done much worse from there. Okay, this putt for par, trying to get out of here without any damage. Let's take a look at the leaderboard, and he is currently in a tie for 8th. Stepping on to the par 3 third.
Medium length par 3 down the hill. Green chases from left to right and front to back.
The club choice is a 6-iron. All right, the putter can come out now. Henny, how tough will this putt be?
Yeah, this putt's going to just veer off to the right-hand side.
The birdie putt goes in. Let's take a closer look at the par 5 fourth.
Tee shot up the hill, dog leg slightly from right to left. Second shot down the hill to a green that's wide open, but your short game is going to be tested should you miss this green.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt. Henny, how challenging is this putt?
Well, he's got a real outside chance here. 29 feet.
Starting this one to the left, and let's see if it comes back.
That one drops.
Trailing by a few shots after that hole. Teeing off here at the 5th.
Fairway tilts quite a bit from left to right. as well, chasing away from you. Second shot back up the slope to a green that runs from left to right. Anything coming up short of this green will find CJ's Creek.
Ooh, right by the hole. This, the second on the leaderboard. Oh, so close, but an easy par. And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Now, 3 strokes back after that hole. This has to be one of the more difficult holes in golf. The long par 4.
CJ's Creek running all the way down the left-hand side. Narrow area to fit your tee shot in. Second shot slightly back uphill without any bunkers to be found in the distance.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Not too sure what happened there. That's a very uncharacteristic mistake.
And here we are with the third shot. 3 shots off the lead. Oh, just snuck over the edge there. Well, I hope he makes this one. It's for par. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
Here's a look at the par 3 7th.
Long par 3 down the hill, bunkers back and front, but leave your tee shot just out to the left as your ball will filter in to the center of the green.
That's a tough one to swallow.
What a shame. Has hit a lot of greens today, just not on this occasion.
Oh, almost. Moving on to the next. Here's a look at how things stand. It's a 1-shot lead. Time for the tee shot on this par 4 hole.
Slight dog leg from right to left. Pretty simple driving area, but that second shot is to a green perched above the player with a large runoff on the right-hand side.
All right, Henny, what does this look like?
This hole location for him, well, it's about 185 yards out.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt. This is a putt for a share of third. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Pretty sure this is breaking pretty hard to the right.
As we take a look at the leaderboard, our leader is up by 1. Teeing off now on this par 5.
Short par 5, missed the bunkers on the left. Second shot straight back up the hill. Green protected by 3 bunkers, but birdie is easily attainable.
What a great shot on the par 5, on in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
Oh, what a big shot there. An eagle. We begin the second 9 with a par 4.
Dog leg from right to left. Tee shot wants to hug the left trees as best possible. No bunkers to be found. However, this green is nasty. Movement everywhere.
Let's see what the featured player can do from about 160 out. Let's see if 8-iron was the right club. Okay, nothing spectacular, but safe. If this putt drops, it would be 6 under for the tournament.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And just this short one left for par.
Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole.
Long par 3, back up the hill. Green runs from left to right and away from you. The miss is out to the right. A chip and a putt. Pretty simple.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
He's currently in the second position. Hole number 12 is a par 5.
Dog leg from right to left. Generous landing area, but from middle of fairway, you must decide, do I take this second shot on, or do I play smart and lay it up?
Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. Henny's down there. You got a read?
A tricky little slider here. Downhill, moving to the left.
That's a shame. Got a little bit too much of that one. 7 feet to the cup. Just one off the lead after that hole. Welcome to the par 4 13th hole.
The big hitters are going to take it left and try and cut off as much of that creek as at all possible, leaving themselves with a short and inviting second shot.
That was a beauty. There's part of about 6 feet coming up. Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. We've arrived at a par 5.
Only the longest are going to reach this green in 2. Those who lay up, though, accuracy with their wedges is going to be of the utmost importance to get it close and make their birdie.
This now, his 3rd shot. Currently a shot off the lead. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard.
I really hope this one drops for him.
$11 feet to the cup.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Well, that one's come up shorter than we wanted. And that's a bogey, unfortunately. Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently 6 under for the event.
Let's check out the 15th. It's a par 4.
Long downhill par 4, fairway cameras from right to left. Green chases away from you towards that water. Be mindful of your second shot and not go long.
That was just a little off target.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Got to get this home in 2. That's going to work nicely for him. Let's see if the player can manage a par. That one drops, and now 6 under par with just a few holes left to play.
Oh, it's time to dig in and give it your all coming down the final few.
Still not putting.
Lots of greens in regulation today for this player, but not so on this occasion.
Oh, I can hear the golf claps around the course. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
I think this one is going to move to the left.
Way too much on that one. All right, that one is behind us. And with that, he drops back to 5 under par for the tournament. That's the type of swing you want to take with you every time out. And we're looking at the second shot on 17. Well, this is one that if it goes in, you'd see it on all the highlights. All right, here we are with a par opportunity. That looked good all the way. Another drop shot. That's back-to-back bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row. Never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
And a very long putt remains. Putt on the way and looking good early.
Looking good.
And it goes in.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
And Rich in their first major. What a memorable week.
I can't think of a better start unless you win, but top 5 right there. Awfully impressive.
Well, that'll do it for today. For all of us here at 2K Sports, I'm Andrew Catalon. Have a great night.